Good morning, students. How are you? I hope you all are fine and staying safe at your home. As you know that already we have completed our so many grammar topics before our summer vacations. Now, today also we are going to start our new grammar topic, that is phrasal verbs. So, without further ado, let's get started. Yes, as you can see, today we are going to learn that is what is a phrasal verb. So here you can see in the picture as well as in the written form, that is verb plus adverb or preposition. Means for framing a phrasal verb, in this we require a verb plus whether you can add adverb or preposition. As you can see in the example, run away. Here run is what? That is verb, and away, that is adverb. But as you know, run has a different meaning and away has a different meaning, but as we are going to join them, we get a complete different meaning. Fine. So like you can see, this man is running away from this monster. Okay. So when we are going to add two words, one is verb and second one whether it will be adverb or preposition, that becomes a phrasal verb. Fine. Now let's see some more examples. Here, look plus ahead. As you can see, look is what? That is verb. Ahead is what? That is adverb. Look ahead, and when we are going to join them, we get a phrasal verb, that is look ahead, and the meaning of look ahead is to think about the future. Okay, if we want to frame a sentence by using this phrasal verb, it will be they need to look ahead to make a decision for their company. It means they need to think about the future to make a decision for their company. Fine. For framing a beautiful sentence, we can use these kind of phrasal verb in our day-to-day life. So like this, we are going to be use them in our sentences. The next one, as you can see again, I have used look verb. Here also look was there. Here also look is there. After this, but this time I am going to add for. And for is what? This is a preposition. So look has a different meaning. For has a different meaning. But we are going to join them. We get look for. That is a phrasal verb. It has the meaning to search for. Okay. And if I want to make a sentence, it will be I am looking for Suzanne. Have you seen him? So as you can see, I have changed my form of the verb. So doesn't matter, if you want, you can change the form of the verb, as we have different kinds of form of the verbs. So in whichsoever form you want, you can frame, but it has to be meaning wise, it should be the right one. Okay, so that's why I am looking for Suzanne. It means I am searching Suzanne. Have you seen him? Okay, so replacement of searching, if you are finding someone, for that we are going to be use looking for. Okay, now just see, this is your classwork, students. That is the definition of phrasal verb. Phrasal verbs are phrases consisting of a main verb and a preposition or an adverb. As I have told you earlier even, that verb is mandatory. After that, whether you can add a preposition or an adverb. Okay, if you are going to be add any one of them, but you cannot do like this, that whatever you want you are putting. Every word has special preposition or adverbs. After joining them only, we can make a different phrasal verb. Okay, the meaning of a phrasal verb might be completely different from that of the main verb, as in the earlier one what we have done. That is, see here what we have done. Look has a different verb by it means to watch something or someone carefully. Okay, for has a different word. So look has a different word, but when we are going to join with this for, so we get a phrasal verb look for, and we get a complete different meaning to search for. Fine, students. So like this it can happen with verb. Whatever the preposition or adverb we are going to be add, we get a complete different meaning. So It's like this only. Phrasal verbs are phrases consisting of a main verb is mandatory. Okay, with this we have to add whether a preposition or an adverb. The meaning of a phrasal verb might be completely different from that of the main verb. Now here one more example I have given. Don't rule out the possibility of Bangladesh winning the match. Rule has a different word, different meaning. Out, different meaning. As we are going to join them, we get the meaning. Think that something is not possible. So like always we people think Bangladesh cannot win the match. So someone said here, don't rule out the possibility of Bangladesh winning the match. Right? Bangladesh can also win the match in this match. Okay. So this one is your classwork. Now for making you more understand, I am giving you some examples over here. Now see. First one, add up. This is not your classwork. Simply you have to understand. Add up. Add up means make sense. Be probable or correct. Make sense simply means wherever you have to use the meaning make sense, you can use add up. She says she and her dad are very close, but she never visits him. It doesn't add up. Generally, if you are close to your friend, what will happen? You will go and meet him or her at least within a month. Okay. So but here what is said? She says she and her dad are very close. They are very close to each other, but she never visits him. But she never goes to him. So it doesn't add up. It doesn't make any sense of it. Okay. So like this we have used. Now the next example, blow up. Blow up, to explode. Or we can see here one more meaning, that is to become angry. Okay. Like my sister almost never blows up at me. It means my sister almost never gets angry with me. Okay. Same, my father blew up when he saw the credit card bill. Now here what happened? My father became angry when he saw the credit card bill. The last one, did you ever blow up at anyone? Same, did you ever become angry with anyone? Fine. So like this we are going to be add replacement of simple words. We are going to be use these phrasal verbs. Fine. As you can see here, in three of the sentences I have used different forms. Blows up, blew up, blow up. Fine. Different forms are there of the verb. So you can even do that according to your sentence, but meaning should be right. Okay. Now see the next example, that is break in. By the word itself you can easily understand break in. It means force entry to a building. Force entry means somebody broke in last night in the house and stole our TV. So by the word itself you can easily understand. He must be a thief. So what happened? He entered forcefully. Okay. So what happened? So he entered forcefully. Replacement of this, what I have used, somebody broke in last night in the house and stole our TV. Fine. The next one, bring up. Bring up has two meanings. First one is introduce a topic into a conversation or discussion. As you can see, some people are sitting over here, and what happened? They didn't bring the subject up at the meeting. They are talking to one another, but they didn't bring the subject up at the meeting. Means they did not come to the point whatever they want to discuss. The next one is raise a child. Raise a child means simply that like your parents are bringing up you. Fine. Like my parents brought me up strictly in a very rude manner. I was brought up by my grandmother. My grandmother brought me up. So whether you can use them together or according to the sentence, you can use them separately even. Okay. With this, no issue. The next one example, that is called off. Called off means to cancel. So this is the example. To cancel, it's very easy. Wherever you want to use to cancel, you can use called off. If the rain doesn't stop, the match will be called off. Means the match will be cancelled. Understood? The next one, that is hold on. Hold on means wait a short time. Suppose as you can see over here, someone is talking to someone else in the telephone. So please hold on while I transfer you to the manager office. Okay, so means what happened, this call must be for the manager. So what happened, he is not the manager. He said please hold on, please wait for a short time while I transfer you to the manager office. Understood? The next one, that is cut back on. By the students, I am showing you these pictures so that all the things, all the sentences, all the examples you can easily memorize and you can learn them easily. Fine, because we have so many phrasal verbs, but for you in the exam you have only these phrasal verbs and you have to learn these only meaning. Okay, especially phrasal verb and meaning you must be knowing. After that you can easily put them in the sentence, you can easily frame in the sentence, or you can easily do the exercise. Okay, so cut back on, what does it mean? To reduce, means to decrease something. Example, ask your insurance agent, accountant or attorney how you can cut back on their cost, how you can reduce on their cost. Okay, simply. The next one is fall through. As we know, fall has a different meaning, through has a different meaning, but as we are going to join them, we get a different meaning, that is to be unsuccessful and come to nothing. For example, you can't let your business fall through, means you can't let your business to be unsuccessful. Okay, fine. I hope you have understood. Now the last one we have, that is set off. Set off means to start a journey. As you can see here, one boy is there. He set off in search of better opportunities. He means he started his journey in search of better opportunities. So replacement of speaking these so many words, we are going to be at set off. Fine students, so I hope you all have understood. We have done total 9. Now this one is your classwork. First of all, definition you have to do it. Then example, that one example I have given of rule out. After this exercise you have to do it. In this you have to match the phrasal verbs in the column A with their meanings in column B. Fine. So as I told you, for this phrasal verb, simply you should know the meaning specially. After that you can easily fill in the blanks or you can frame sentence. And the first one is, that is look forward to. It means think happily something that is about to happen. Okay, look for, this already we have discussed, means search. Look after, that is take care of. Fine. Look into means investigate. Suppose you are someone is detective, so he is going to be look into the cases. Next one, look down upon means treat with disrespect. Disrespect means you are treating with someone in a very disrespect, means not respectfully. Okay, get along with, to work well with. We get along with our parents, with our teachers, with our friends and so on. Get back at someone. Here get revenge on someone. Revenge. Suppose revenge, what does it mean? Suppose someone has done wrong with you and you also want to do the same thing so that he will learn a lesson. So what does it called? That is revenge. Get by, to manage, to survive. Okay, like nowadays in this pandemic, so many people are there. The poor people, they are not able to manage to survive. Fine. So for this we can use this phrasal verb get by. Get over, to recover from illness. Okay, especially for illness we are going to be use this get over. Get out of, it means to avoid doing something. Fine. So now what you have to do, try to frame sentences by using these phrasal verbs by yourself, not in the notebook. In the notebook only this as well as definition you have to do it, but try to frame sentences so that you are able to do all the exercises. Fine. Thank you.